Well, today's class is all about bringing beautiful energy out into the world.
Yes.
So we have to cultivate it inside first, and then we can give it out to the rest of the world. And it's the culmination of all the work that we've been doing this time through these weeks. And really what it is that we're doing with our practices are building in this inner vitality and this inner sense of stability so that we can really hold a powerful energy, but also the main purpose of having that steady container that's full of vital energy is that we can then pursue our dharma. We have enough energy and enough power to go after what it is that we're destined to be in service of in the world. So what is it that we're really truly meant to be here for? And when we have that clear vessel, we can see it, what it is that we're meant to be doing, and we have enough energy to be able to then direct our energy outward into all the services that we're really meant to bring to fruition. And our Dharma is really about having a deep love and compassion for all of the world. And if we can really hold that frequency of love and compassion for all, then there's healing that can happen. And really, if we can feel that internally, if we can have that unconditional love for ourselves, then we can allow that to ripple out externally. So the practice that we're going to do today is a universal healing, and we're going to use it to direct our prana, our energy, out into wherever you feel in the world needs healing. So it could be a place, it could be a person, it could be a group of people, whatever you intuitively feel like you want to send the energy of your practice to today. It's like a devotional practice. Really take a moment to feel where do I want to send that? Where does that feel like, oh, immediately that needs to go there? And it's something that when we can start to use our own energy, we can ripple out into the world and make massive, massive changes just by being in that frequency of love and peace. So we're going to use the mantra today. It's like an Aum mantra, A-U-M. So it's like the nice long mantra of Om. Aum. We'll use that throughout. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to do a bit of chanting today as well. But just do what you can. And if you don't want to chant externally, I'm going to make you a little bit easier because you're already doing it. Then just chant internally so you feel it move through your system, and then we're going to add on to that mantra as well. So Om is that universal connection, universal vibration. So we're bringing ourselves into that frequency of the Om mantra. We'll just start with a little bit of breath and focus, just to tune in to the body and also to feel what it is that we want to pull forward as our intention for today. So we'll start with Kapalabhati. Kapalabhati is a strong pumping breath. So imagine you're breathing like from the belly, like as you blow a candle out, but it's just through the nose. So it's a really short, sharp breath. Sometimes people feel like they're trying to bring the breath in as well. So you want to focus on the exhale rather than trying to pull it back in, just focus on the exhale. And if you feel like you need to stop and pause, just pause, breathe in, breathe out, and then restart again. So we'll use Kapalabhati and then we'll do a little breath in through the left nose, out through the right, in through the right, out through the left. So just find a comfortable position for your arms, close the eyes down, and just take a normal breath in and out. And then a half inhale to prepare, exhale Kapalabhati. Full exhale, bring the hand up, close the right nostril, inhale left. Top of the inhale, hold the breath in, close both nostrils, and feel the base of the body lifting up and a length at the back of your neck. Contain your energy and direct it into the navel center. So focus your mind into your belly button and feel prana, energy, moving like a magnet to that center. Hold, hold, hold. Can concentrate. And then close the left nostril, exhale out the right. Inhale, right nostril, big breath in. Close, hold. Mula Bandha, base of the body lifting up, pelvic floor muscles. And Jalandhara Bandha at the throat center for the containment top and bottom. And direct attention to the navel center. Start to build energy here. Well done. And then exhale out through the left nostril. And release the hand. Just pause. And start to activate pure breathing. So breathe to your chest. As you inhale, feel the chest lift and widen. And as you exhale, draw the belly button back to the spine and feel the base of the body gently lifting up as you do that. Inhaling through pure breathing. So we're bringing in this solar force, activating the chest, stimulates the sympathetic nervous system, so we're building that solar energy in the body. And the belly button pulling back to the spine on your exhales, and slight lift of Mula Bandha, the pelvic floor muscles, is drawing the lunar or the grounding force into the nervous system. Now start to switch on Vajrayana Kriya. So as you inhale into the chest, keep that physiologically the same. Send your mind down. So the energy goes down into the navel center. So all of that solar energy, you're pulling it into the belly. And as you breathe out and you lift up Mula Bandha, the base of the body, and you draw it up, come into the center. So everything is meeting in the core. And we're starting to build this energy in the navel center, which is that fire pit, that cauldron of energy that we can call upon and activate to expand our practice. Lovely, just take a few more rounds building that navel center, navel fire. Lovely, just take one final round of breath in this way. And then just releasing the breath to a natural, effortless pace, but stay in the navel and just take a moment to feel who it is that you would like to send the practice or the intention of your practice to today. Who feels that they need healing, or where needs healing, what group of people, what place. Take a moment to just tune in with where you want to devote your practice to today. And then when you're ready to, you can slowly start to blink open the eyes, and we'll move everything off around that. We're going to come over to an all-fours position, and we'll start with a little bit all-fours to downward facing dog. So just find a nice wide base for your hands and your knees. And we're just going to move from here to downward facing dog. So take an inhale here in all fours, and as you exhale, tuck the toes under, lift the hips up and back, straighten through arms and legs, downward facing dog. And then inhale back down to all fours. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. One more like that. Inhale to all fours. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lovely. Come back down to all fours. And then on the next exhale, we'll use the mantra Om. Lovely. Back down to all fours. Well done. Two more. Last one. Inhale to all fours. Nice, and then just hold there in your downward facing dog, keeping the spine nice and long, and start to activate again your Vajrayana Kriya. So you're breathing into the chest as you inhale, But with your intention and your focus, you're sending the energy of your breath down to your navel. And as you exhale, you lift up through the pelvic floor muscles and you draw the base energies up into the navel. So you're focusing and concentrating all of your breath into the center point. Lovely. 2, 3 more rounds. Well done. Lovely. Just release the breath for the moment. As you inhale, take your right leg up behind you, 3-legged up, and then step your right foot through in between your hands. Plug that left heel down, bring your hands to your hips, and then inhale yourself up to standing, warrior one. So just drop that back heel down, have your feet in a nice comfortable position so they feel quite wide open in line with your hips. You're going to have the front leg straight for the moment, and then we're working with warrior one. So we're going to bend into the front knee and take the arms up in 2 parallel lines. So with your next inhale, bend into the front knee, sweep the arms up. And as you exhale, straighten the front leg and release your hands back down to beside the hips. Perfect. Inhale, lift. And exhale, release. Nice. On the next exhalation, we're going to take the mantra on. Inhale, back up. Last one. Nice, just pause here, take a breath in and out. Nice, and then you're going to bend into your front knee, slightly lean forward and bring your hands to your heart. So now we're going to work with the mantra Shanti on exhale. So Om Shanti. This one is just for Shanti. So you're going to inhale, take the arms wide like a big bird, wing the arms open. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Just feel the movement. Inhale, open the arms wide. Squeeze the elbows, hands push back. Exhale, hands to heart. Next one, we're going to go with Shanti on the exhale. Shanti. Inhale, big breath. Shanti. Lovely, last one. Inhale. Shanti. Lovely. Inhale, back up to standing. Lovely. From here, you're going to turn the toes. So I'm going to twist. You're going to turn the toes. Front is nice to the center. And then the back foot, you're going to turn the toes slightly out and really push the front knee wide. Feet maybe need to take a little bit more space. So Helen, front toes to me. Yeah, that's it. Perfect. Nice. And then take the arms nice and wide. Inhale here. As you exhale, we're going to bring your right forearm to fire and bring your left arm up alongside ear. Hold here. Keep the body the same. You're just going to take your left arm back to your hip. So exhale the hand back to the hip. Perfect. And then inhale, the arm comes up alongside the ear. Lovely. That's it. Exhale back. Inhale all the way up, and top of inhale, hold the breath in. Kumbhaka, hold the breath. Stretch the side. And then as you exhale, release, hand back to hip. 2 more times. Inhale, reach, pull up that side body, big breath in, flood that side, hold, Kumbhaka. And exhale, release. Last time, big breath in. Hold, get as much stretch as you can, lengthen that whole side. Exhale, release. Lovely. Come up to inhale, warrior 2. As you exhale, release the arms, and then you're going to step to the top of your mat, and we'll go to the other side. So keep your left foot forward now, step back with your right foot, and we're going to do the warrior ones on the other side. So front leg is straight, hands down beside your hips. Bend into the front knee, swoop the arms up in 2 parallel lines. Nice big breath to the chest. As you exhale, straighten the front leg, bring your hands back down to beside the hips. Inhale, big breath in. Exhale, release. Next exhale, we're using the Om mantra. Big breath in. Inhale. Last one. Lovely. Pause here, take a breath in and out. And then as you exhale, hands bring to prayer and Jali Mudra in the heart, and just take a little lean forward, bend into that front knee, and then we're taking the arms wide, and we're exhaling with Shanti. Just breath and body for the first one. Inhale, take the arms wide and open like wings. Exhale, hands come back to the heart. Nice long spine. Inhale, breathe to the chest. Exhale, hands to heart. Next one with Shanti. Inhale. Shanti. Inhale. Shanti. Last one. Shanti. Lovely. Inhale the spine back up to lifted, and then turn the body open. Just adjust your feet. Nice deep bend into the front knee, and then open the arms out wide to shoulder height. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, left forearm to fire, right arm alongside your ear. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, just the right hand goes back to the hip. And then inhale, lift that arm back up alongside ear. Exhale, release the hand, arm down to that hip. Lovely. Inhale, lift. This time, top of inhale, hold here. Stretch that side body nice and long, really hold and contain the energy. Build, build, build. Exhale, release the hand back to the hip. Big breath in, sweep and lift. Hold at the top. Feel energy pulsing in the body. Exhale, release hand to hip. Last one. Inhale, reach and lift. Well done. Exhale, release. Lovely. Inhale, bring yourself back up to warrior two. Look down to the floor, spin your hands down, frame that front foot and step back into downward facing dog from here. Find nice length through both sides of the spine. Inhale. Okay, so from here we're working with Uddiyana Bandha. I'm going to explain what you're doing, but it's basically a lift of the navel in and up as we vacuum the exhale out the body. So take an inhale, take a full exhalation, and then hold the breath out. Draw the belly button in and up, so you vacuum the belly button back, and then see if you can send the hips back any further to intensify that lift. You're drawing up the pelvic floor muscles and keep the chin slightly in towards the throat. We want to stir up all of the mind, the lower parts of the mind, the doubt, the fear, the worry, the panic. Let it all come up, and then relax the belly. Inhale. Exhale all of the breath out. Hold the breath out. Draw the belly button in and up. As high up as you can lift it. Pelvic floor muscles are lifting up. And keep the chin slightly in towards the throat. Lock your energy in and keep your mind in your navel center. Nice strong mind. Build up that Rudra power, that fire. Well done. Relax the belly. Last one. Inhale here. Exhale all of the breath out. Hold the breath out. Zip the belly button in and up. Pelvic floor muscles lifting up. Throat. Focus your mind on your navel. Let your mind feel disturbed or provoked. Hold it. And then relax the belly. Take an inhale. And pause. Well done. Drop your knees down to the floor. Press your hips back to the heels. Come into child's pose and rest there. On your inhale, chant internally Om. And on your exhale, internally chant Shanti. Om Shanti. Invoking the mantra of peace for all. Shanti means peace. Om is the collective. Om is all. Calling upon that frequency of peaceful energy for all. Well done. From here, you can slowly release the mantra. Walk your hands back and just sit back onto your heels for a moment. Or come to all fours if Vajrasana is not comfortable. So I'm just going to show you what we're going to do next, and then you can move with me. We're going to work from child's pose. We'll be here. I'm going to inhale, come forward all the way down to cobra. We're going to let the body come down to prone, flat down. And then we lift back up into cobra, and then we send the hips back into child's pose. And on the exhales, we'll use the mantra. So we start child's, cobra, down, cobra, and back to child's. So come to child's pose to start. With your next inhalation, send the body forward, let the hips come all the way down to the floor. Elbows tuck into the waist, lift the chest. As you exhale, let the forehead come down to the floor, prone. Inhale back into cobra. Push through the hands, knees, and come back as you exhale to child's pose. Inhale forward, bring the body all the way down to the floor. Keep the chest lifted in cobra. Exhale, lower the body down, flat to the mat. Inhale, lift head, chest, cobra. And exhale, push through hands, knees, come back into child's. So on the exhale, Om, and then Shanti. Inhale forward to cobra. Exhale, Om. Om. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, Charles and Shanti. Shanti. Inhale forward, cobra. Inhale, cobra. Shanti. Last one. Inhale forward, cobra. Om. Inhale, cobra. Shanti. Lovely. And then just hold here in child's pose, remembering the mantra Om Shanti. Lovely. Take one more breath here. Nice. From here, with your next inhalation, you're going to come forward into all fours. And then just spin yourself around and come to lay down onto your back. Bring yourself all the way into the middle of your mat. Make sure you've got enough space to take your arms up over your head. Lovely. So just walk your feet in a little bit closer towards you so you can just touch the heels of your fingertips. And we're going to work with, again, the mantra Om Shanti. So pushing down into the feet as you inhale, lift the hips up and overhead, come into bridge, rise all the way up, backs of hands, touch the floor above your head. And as you exhale, slowly curl the spine down to the floor, let your hands come down with you. And again, just breath and body, inhale, lift the hips, the spine, take the arms all the way up and over, backs of hands to the floor. And exhale, lower down. Next exhale is AUM on. Big breath in, lift up. Now. Inhale, lift. Exhale, Shanti. Shanti. Inhale, lift. Exhale, on. Inhale, lift. Shanti. Shanti. Last two. Inhale, lift. Oh. Last one. Shanti. Lovely. Pause here, take a breath in and out. And then push into the feet, lift just the hips and the spine and roll the shoulders in and under and interlace the hands behind the back if you can, otherwise just keep your hands flat down and really open up the chest, lift and open. And we're working again with that pure breath into the chest. So as you inhale, feel the heart space widen and open, but send the energy of your inhale down to your navel. So we're working with Vajrayana Kriya. And as you exhale, draw the belly button in and up and lift the pelvic floor muscles up. Draw that base energy up into the navel. Inhale with your intention, the energy down, the solar force to the navel. And with your exhale, pull the lunar force up into the navel. And as you inhale, feel the mantra Om. And as you exhale, feel Shanti. Feel the essence of Om Shanti, frequency of peace, moving into the body. Well done, last breath. With your next exhale, slowly release the arms, move them out to the side, let your spine roll all the way back down to the mat. Just pause, let yourself land. One more breath in and out here. And then we're working with Viparita Karani, so a shoulder stand. So keep your hands grounded. You're going to draw your knees into chest. Just hug in for a second. You can draw your knees to chest, hold around the back of the thighs, the shins. And then replant your hands down. Roll your shoulders and tuck them in and under. And you're going to start to flick your legs up overhead. You want to catch the back of the body and wiggle the elbows nice and close in. Once you feel like you've got a nice position for the arms, you're going to let your hips come back into the hands and start to elevate the legs up. So you're trying to lift up into the toes, keep your gaze towards your toes, don't move your head around. Really press down into the back of the arms and lift up the hips. So you're feeling nice and light through your hands. And then let your breath move into the belly here. So as you breathe in, just feel the breath naturally go towards the abdomen. We're going to hold here. Last couple of breaths. From here, let your knees come closer towards your head, let the legs go over, and start to bring your hands down to the floor. Use your hands and arms as brakes and squeeze your core, and then slowly roll your spine back down. Bring your feet down to the floor, and either pause there or extend your legs out long and just rest for a moment in Shavasana. And start to activate Vajrayana Kriya again here. So inhale to the chest, send the energy of the inhale down to the navel, and as you exhale, draw the belly button in and up and lift up the pelvic floor muscles to lift the energy up into the navel. Feel a sense of complete peace, moving through the whole body, and cultivating the power in the navel. Good, and just take a final breath there. Nice. And then release the breath, release that focus, and just walk your feet in so you can press down into your feet. Lift your hips up and just slide your hands underneath your back so your palms are flat facing towards the earth, and then tuck your elbows in so you start to puff up through the chest. Re-extend your legs and then push down into the elbows, puff your chest up and lift up through the head and roll so the back of the head is connected to, or the crown of the head, sorry, is connected to the floor. So we're in fish pose. Keep nice and actively pressing down through the heels and through the elbows and lift the chest. Then start to focus all of your attention into the eyebrow center. Hold your focus there, and as you inhale, feel Om. Exhale is Shanti. Direct all of your attention into that eyebrow center point. Keep your mind focused on the mantra. That's it. So you in like that. Thumbs pinning your hands down. And take your legs out. Long. Push into elbows and up your chest. Yeah, that's it. That's it. And then tuck. Just a little bit higher. Yeah. And then push down and lift up. Yes. And roll around through your head. Yes, perfect. Good, 2 more breaths. Om Shanti. First, let your head come out, tuck the chin, and then you can slowly release the arms. And just pause for a moment. Keep your mind focused in that eyebrow center and just feel a gentle pulsing there. Starting to feel more subtle energy, prana. There's a very gentle pulsation or vibration. From here, draw both knees to your chest. Give yourself a hug in. Lovely. Lovely. Let your arms come out wide. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, knees drop all the way over to the left to come into a twist. Just adjust through the hips, pelvis, and your head can look over the right shoulder if that feels okay for your neck. Let your arms relax. Let that right shoulder relax down. And breathe to the belly. Nice, just last 2 breaths. And then with your next inhalation, let your head, knees come back through to center. Just gently roll back in. If you need to hug in, bring knees to chest. And when you're ready to, you can go straight over to the other side. Bringing the legs over to the right side now, and the head can look over to the left. Let your legs take up the space, spine, hip just move if it needs to. And let your arms gently relax, open, with the left shoulder plugging down. And breathe to the belly. Just last couple of breaths. Lovely. With your next inhalation, let your head, knees come back through to center. This time, hug knees to chest. Give yourself a squeeze in. Lovely. Now, when you're ready to roll off to a side and come over to all fours, and then just sit back onto your heels, and we'll just finish with one last movement. You're going to bring hands to prayer and just bring the prayer up onto the crown of the head and take the elbows nice and wide so we're in this position. So as we chant, we're going to chant internally. As we inhale and exhale Shanti. So take an inhale here and exhale, bow forward, bring your forehead down to the floor. Slowly release all the way down. And then as you inhale, you gently lift back up again. So we chant Om on inhale internally, and exhale as we bow in, Shanti. Nice slow movement, Shanti all the way to the earth. 2 more times, inhale. Exhale, fold. Last time, inhale, lift. Exhale, fold, and hold at the bottom. Allow yourself to fold and rest to the earth in this prayer offering. And just chant internally Om Shanti as you let yourself rest into the posture. Peace for all. Take one final round of breath and mantra. And then you can re-extend your arms long. Bring your hands down to the ground. Slowly press yourself back up to all fours and then walk your hands back to sit back onto your heels. Just pause for a moment. Take a couple of breaths there in Vajrasana hero pose. Feel the energy, frequency of peace moving through your body and through your mind. And when you're ready to, you can come to Shavasana. So if you want to bring any extra jumpers, socks, feel free to. If you want to grab a blanket, there's blankets just in that back corner or cushion. There's also eye masks. If you want an eye mask, just at the very top shelf. And when you come down, you might want to take your bolster and just bring that just behind the back of the knees. And take the legs, arms out nice and wide, and you can come to rest there. Just feel into the body as a sense of space. Allow yourself to really take up the space through the arms, through the legs, and through the spine. And start to draw your focus to your breath, and as you breathe in, feel a sense of spaciousness, openness, and lightness. And as you breathe out, let the body go into a sense of heaviness, of dropping, releasing, surrendering to the earth. Inhale is a sense of spacious, open lightness. The exhale is yielding, heavy to the earth. Allow yourself to relax so much that there's a sense that you're almost floating. And let yourself come up and float out of the body. Float up to the ceiling. And float past the ceiling. Past the tops of the trees. And float up to the clouds. And just allow yourself to rest in the clouds, feeling the different shapes of the clouds passing by. The sense of openness and lightness. And allow yourself to take on the form of a cloud. And feel all the different shapes of the cloud. And then move past the clouds into the edge of where the world and infinite space meets, that finite and infinite space. Allow yourself to completely open out into infinite space. And connecting with a part of yourself that is infinite. And just rest there. And then feel yourself gently coming back into that meeting point of space and the earth. So come back down into the finite element and move back through the clouds, tops of trees, down through the ceiling and back into your body, and just start to feel your body coming back into your awareness. Start to breathe a little bit deeper. And if you're ready to, you can start to bring a little bit of gentle movement, maybe into the arms, the legs, stretch out the body however it wants to. And if you're ready to, you can start to walk your feet in, draw your knees in and hug in, or you might want to just place your feet down and take some sways left to right. And then when you're ready to, you can gently roll off to your side and come round and sit up either onto your block or your bolster and find a nice comfortable seat. And then just close down through the eyes again and back inwards. And move into Kaya Sthira. Kaya Sthira is body stillness. So find complete stillness through the body once you've found your position. Allow for a stillness and a steadiness to move through your whole body. Sense of peacefulness as you rest into stillness. Nothing moving apart from what is moving from your breath. Start to focus your attention then into your breathing and feel as you breathe in through the nostrils, there's that inverted V shape, the breath moving in through each nostril, creating that inversion. And there's a meeting point where the breath comes in and meets to create that singular stream of breath. Just notice where you feel that meeting point, maybe around the eyebrow center or middle forehead, maybe even midbrain. Just sense two streams of breath coming in and meeting. And feel the breath as cool on the inhale and slightly warmer on the exhale. Just explore where you feel temperature. And acknowledge that alive quality to the inhale. There's vitality, there's life force moving in with every breath in. And as you breathe out, there's that clearing, that releasing warmth. Explore the qualities of the inhale and the exhale. And as you go into the inhale breath a little bit more subtly, notice how the inhale and that sense of aliveness carries a very subtle vibration. That cool energy carries prana, energy, life force. And it has a very subtle quality of vibration. Just tune into that subtle frequency. It's almost as though there's something else that rides along with the inhale. An additional component that you're bringing into the body every time you breathe in. And take your focus back up to that midpoint, wherever you feel that meeting point of the two nostrils, the two streams of breath. And start to see that point as a collection point. You're collecting the energy of prana, you're collecting the life force in at that point. And just hold your focus steady on that meet point, maybe around middle eyebrow center, middle forehead, wherever you feel it. As you hold there, feel it magnetize that subtle quality of life force. Every time you breathe in, you're collecting more and more of that electrical energy. Like a battery you're charging up. And you might start to feel a very subtle change of sensation there at that midpoint. Like a subtle density building there or presence. And you might even feel it like a gentle vibration or pulsation, flickering. Continue to gather the energy every inhale. And now we can start to move that energy, start to float that cluster of energy that you've collected down all the way to the navel center into that fire pit. And just hold there in the navel and feel the power that you own, that you house within that space. And take a full exhalation here. With your next inhale, move up the spine all the way to the crown of the head. And as you exhale, clear the crown. Clear that space and then drop back down into the navel. Inhale and move energy up the spine, all the way to the crown. And as you exhale, clear the whole of the crown and drop back down. From the navel, inhale, straight the way up the spine to the crown. And on your exhale, you're clearing the crown. Just keep moving the energy from there, navel to crown. The intention to clear crown. Now add the mantra Aum within this movement. So as you inhale, feel Aum. And when you get to the crown, use the to clear the crown. So Aum internally, moving up. Inhale, Aum. Clearing, exhale, Continue to repeat and use the mantra. Let's take one more through with the mantra, breath, moving. And then when you get to the crown, just hold and pause there and just relax the breath, relax the mantra, and just feel. Feel into the whole crown, brain, mind. That whole space is clear, connected, and tapped into that divine will and divine intelligence. Just hold and feel into that. And then again, move back down into the navel. Feel that power, will, determination in the core. And as you inhale, move from the navel now up to the throat. And as you exhale, clear the throat. And then drop back down into the navel. Inhale, back up the spine to the throat. And as you exhale, clear that space. Throat is clearing, sense of purity building. Navel to throat. Inhale up, clear at the throat. And on your next inhale, use the mantra Shan. And as you exhale and clear, use T. Shanti. Internally chant as you breathe in and out, clearing the throat. Let's take one more through. And then after your exhale, pause at the throat and just feel into that space as being purified. A release of any judgment or grievance, a sense of deep peace and purity at the throat. Okay, and then just drop back down into the navel center and start to feel Vajrayana Kriya. So we're using pure breathing as you inhale, sending the breath down to the navel, and exhaling, lifting the energies up into the navel as you breathe out. Just building the fire pit again. And keeping that breath going, start to feel into your intentions. See in front of you that person, group of people, that place where you want to bring the intention of your practice to. Be lovingly unattached. Hold them in front of you and feel unattached. And then with your next inhale, from navel, move up all the way to the center of the eyebrow. And as you exhale, send a beam, a laser beam of intention, of peace and love into the heart of that person, group of people, or place. Navel, inhale up to center eyebrow or mid forehead, and exhale a beam of intention of love, healing, and peace into their heart, directly into the heart, and keep moving from that. Navel, eyebrow center, intend to send into the heart sense of healing, peace, and unconditional love. And then add in the mantra Om as you inhale and Shanti directly into the heart as you exhale. On inhale, exhale, Shanti. Feel it piercing into the heart in a loving, unattached, and peaceful way. Directing healing and compassion. Completely release all mental and emotional attachment to the outcome. And continue on a few more rounds. Om Shanti. Let's take one final round through. And then release the mantra, release the direction, and just hold them in front of you. Hold the place in front of you with a feeling of healing, compassion, unconditional love, and peace, surrounding, encompassing that person, group of people, or place. Just hold it unattached and knowing the work is rippling out. And then let go of that focus and just bring your focus back to the eyebrow center and rest there for a couple of moments with the mantra Om. Om. Just hold there, resting in that peaceful frequency of Om. And just release that focus and gently start to draw hands to prayer and Jali Mudra at the heart center. Just taking a moment to really honor your practice, honor what is built inside of you, your mind, a sense of steadiness and vitality, so that you can affect and send positive ripples out into the world around you. And may your practice continue to develop that within you and bring positive change, transformation to your world and the world that we all live in. Bowing in gently. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace to all. Namaste. Thank you all so much for coming. Well done. I'm ready to just open the eyes and back into the space.